Awesome. Right. We found another project again, and in this case, it's actually from Upwork. Well, it's not like I applied for the project, but I think this one is quite interesting. This is about data and data. Oh, sorry, automation and data enrichment specialist for business directory. Let's click it. So this is from the United Kingdom. I'm not really sure the budget that they've got. Okay, but it says that it has to be an expert. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think. All right. Okay, so they essentially want something like Zapier or Make. I've got something better. I'm just gonna use n8n. I know that that's not gonna be the requirement of the project, but it's not like I'm applying for this project anyway, is it? And they want list of service keywords and UK cities, and the tool should combine this relevant businesses data enrichment. Integrate the API like Google Places, Clearbit, and other data sources to enrich business entry with details like contact info, links. Okay. Duplicate handling. Ensure that the tools entries in database avoid duplicates and running periodic updates. Okay. So I think what happened here is let's say we have a keywords of activities, let's say children activities, and probably some events, and then the cities. And when we do the keyword, it should be able to give us the list of companies or places essentially, and then get a little bit more data about the provider of those activities. And then once we have that information, we should store the data to the database. What I can think of right now, um, if we use n8n, there are a couple of tools that we can use. So the first is going to be reading the data from the CSV, and then the second is um, accessing the Clearbit, because that's what they've got, and Google Places as well, and the database. So essentially, it's gonna be for the database. I'm thinking about using Supabase. Okay, let's crack on. Okay, I think things have changed a little bit. We don't have Clearbit anymore, and Clearbit now has been bought by HubSpot, if I'm not wrong. So which means from now on, I think instead of using the Clearbit as the requirement suggested, we're gonna be using HubSpot. But as in like for this time, I think we're gonna be focusing on the using Google Sheet as the input, and then Google Place API, and then we can try to get the information about the companies as much as possible. All right. So for the Google Place API, we're not gonna be using the standard Google Place like URL, because the problem is that they don't really want automated bot to sort of automatically scrape the data, right? What they want is the real human being. So that's going to be a bit problematic, because we got a lot of data from them, and when we design the system, we are about to fail, right? So instead of doing that, we're going to be using Apify, right? So create an Apify account, and in the beginning, they're going to give you like a $5 sort of uh, f- free money. And what happened here is that we got a lot of scraper actors, and that scraper actors can help us to scrape the data with a cheaper sort of price. Because if you go to the Google Place API from Google, it's actually a bit expensive. Okay, so assume that you have created your account, and so this is basically the home, right? And then what you need to do is you need to go to the actors, and then all right, sorry about that. Apify store. Then you uh look for Google mail maps email extractor. As you can see that this is $10 per thousand results, but Okay, don't do 1,000 results, just couple. I think it's fine. And so for n8n, we're gonna be interested in the API endpoints, and then we're gonna be choosing the actor synchronously and get the dataset items. Okay, we're gonna copy this one, but before that, let's go to the n8n. Let's start with the trigger manually, and after we gotten this, let's say the keywords. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna make it a little bit simple, right? So I've got two keywords. So the first one is the soft play and the kids plus parties. Okay, so I did this for Google Plays API, the standard one, but I think we don't need to do that anymore. So I've got a couple of cities in here. So okay, we're missing London. Okay, just gonna go with soft play, and this one's gonna be London. Awesome. Right. So I'm gonna read this. So the first thing I need to do is I need to type sheet and get rows. What else? Okay, it's gonna be keywords. It's gonna be sheet. Right. Then next is gonna be loop. Okay. Okay. Gonna delete this. Right. So the reason why we are using loop over times, if I play this, we got 14 items, right? The problem here, okay. Now let me click plus, and then we go to HTTP request. Okay. Then we go back here again, and then we choose this run synchronously and get datasets item. Then paste this bit. Okay. Send body, and then we choose using JSON. Okay. Now let's go back here again. Then just JSON, and then copy and paste everything. Or okay, I'm gonna paste it here. Now, if you pay attention, we got a couple of information in here, right? And the thing is, we want this one to be relevant to essentially the places that we're trying to get information from. And in this case, it's from our Google Sheet, right? So this is the location query, and then this is the search keyword essentially. Okay, so let's execute the previous nodes, and then we got this information. And because basically, we are in the UK, oops. So it means it's gonna be this one. Okay, okay, I'm just gonna cut this bit. Okay. Oops. It's a bit. Okay, I'm just gonna make it a bit bigger. Some. Um. So this one is gonna be the keyword. Okay. Okay. I think we got it. Okay. Let's check again one time. That looks sensible. Okay. Oh yeah. For this video, I'm just gonna pick 5. All right. Okay. Let's execute. Okay, that took quite a while. Now we got this information which is quite comprehensive. Let me have a look. Okay, so we got this table, but we don't really need everything in here. Okay, so how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 5. Yeah, so this is perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna be saving some of the data back to the Google Sheet. Okay, and I think next time when we need this data again, instead of rescraping this data, what I would do is I'm just gonna save that into the Google Sheet, and then enrich the company information using probably HubSpot. If I can find more information about how to do that using Clearbit, then that would be much better. Once I can do that, then I will push the data to the database. Okay. So next is gonna be append row in sheet. Okay, append row. We're gonna be choosing this children's play information, and then it's gonna be sheet. So we got everything in here, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put the titles in. Okay, for context, this is I've created this. So this is the so these are the most important information then that I'm quite interested in. As you can see that, so it's only title, category name, address, website, phone, and score. Okay, right. So it's the address, the what else? Website. We got a website. Okay, I think so. We got the address. There you go. Phone number. I'm gonna be using the unformatted, and then the score. Yep, this is I would say it's quite important. If the score is like 2 or even 1, why bother, right? Okay. All right. Before that, something is quite important that we need to do. So I'm gonna filter. Okay. There you go. We don't want to store information about companies which are no longer exist. So this one's gonna be boolean is false. Okay, and then temporary close um also false. Okay, so which means if this company is permanently closed and temporarily closed, so that means um if these two information are false, then we will store this data because that means this company is open for business. Okay. Okay, I think we're good to go. And the last thing we need to do, so after we store this data, then we go back to the loop here, right? So it means we're gonna start searching for the different keyword. Okay, now before we do that, why don't I just debug this one? Okay, right. Right, it's done. And let's have a look. Okay, we got everything here. So there are 5 companies which are not duplicated, and this is a good thing. We've got different addresses, websites, phone, score, and yeah, all of them are fantastic today. Okay, and the phone number. Yes. All right. Okay, that's done. And next, instead of using this Apify again, I'm gonna collect everything based on the keywords and the keywords with in a different in different cities. Then I will store everything to the Google Sheet. Then we can then start and reach all the data using HubSpot or Clearbit. Yeah, let's see. Okay, we got it. We got everything now. Let's have a look at the file here then. So we essentially have got 70 data, and yeah, it is actually relevant because we got like 14 keywords, um, 2 keywords, and 7 cities, right? So in total, we got like 14 keywords. We asked the scraper from Apify to look for, and there you go. I think it's working. So